Look in your pantry right now. If there's a bag of granola sitting on the shelf promising you're already ahead on health before 7 a.m, I need you to stop trusting that bag for 30 seconds. Some of Australia's best known granola brands have been caught gaming the health star rating, hiding sugar behind soft, natural sounding words, or getting fined for misleading claims on their own packaging. And the worst offender on this list isn't the cheapest bag on the bottom shelf. It's one of the most expensive artisan looking bags in the whole aisle. 8 to avoid, 3 that earn it. Here's the standard I'm using before I even open the first bag. Real granola is oats, nuts and seeds held together by a small amount of natural sweetener. That's it. Fake healthy granola is a sugar-bound cereal wearing an artisan costume. An Australian consumer group Choice has found granola is one of the most sugar claim heavy cereals on the shelf, with dozens of products bragging about being low sugar, while the category still averages close to $2.20 100 grams, noticeably more than Muesli, sitting one shelf over. You are paying a premium in the exact aisle most flooded with sugar spin. Keep that number in your head. Number 8. Aldi's Just Organic Coconut and Chia Granola. Aldi built its whole reputation on this idea. Same quality, lower price, no brand tax. Slap organic on the front and shoppers assume they're getting the cleanest, most premium option in the store for a fraction of the cost. Here's the problem. Organic tells you how the oats were farmed. It doesn't tell you how much sugar is holding the clusters together, and it doesn't tell you the fat content, because sugar and coconut oil don't care whether they were grown organically or not. Consumer group Choice independently tests exactly this kind of product on health star rating and sugar levels, and the word organic on its own is never a guarantee. It beats a regular supermarket bag sitting right next to it. That means the cleanest sounding word in the store might be doing more emotional work than nutritional work. Organic is a farming claim wearing a health claims uniform. That's a mild trick compared to what's happening 2 shelves down, where the word doing the heavy lifting already has a run-in with the ACC. Number 7. Red Tractor Protein Low Sugar Granola Peanut Butter sold at Coles. This one is built for the gym bag crowd. Protein on the front, low sugar on the front, and the words natural sweeteners sitting right there like a promise. Turn it over and the natural sweeteners are erythritol and stevioglycosides. Those are legal, approved, and technically plant-derived. But when most shoppers read natural sweetener on a granola bag, they're picturing honey or dates, not something that sounds like it belongs in a chemistry unit. That doesn't make the product unsafe. It makes the label a lot more comforting than the ingredient panel underneath it. You bought the word natural. You got a sugar alcohol and a stevia extract doing the actual work. Not dishonest exactly, just doing a lot of translating. The front of the bag never offers to do for you. Speaking of one name, doing 2 very different jobs, the next brand has that trick built right into its own range. Number 6. Sanitarium's Be Natural range, specifically the standard nuts and seeds and nutty granola clusters. Be Natural has sat on Australian shelves for decades, and its low sugar bag sits right next to its regular bags in near identical packaging. Grab the wrong one on autopilot and you're not getting what you think you're getting. The standard nuts and seeds and nutty granola clusters run around 8 to 9 grams of sugar per serve, and in some servings more than half the calories come from fat. None of that is hidden, it's sitting right there on the panel. But when one brand name covers a genuinely low sugar product and a genuinely higher fat, higher sugar product on the same shelf, the name stops telling you anything useful on its own. Same logo, not the same bag in your trolley. That's a labeling problem you solve by reading closely. The next brand's problem, a government regulator already read closely for you and fined them over it. Number 5. Uncle Tobys, and its history with protein claims on its breakfast range. Uncle Tobys is about as trusted a name as breakfast gets in this country, so it matters that the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission found the company had made misleading claims, specifically that its oats products were a natural source of protein superfood and naturally rich in protein superfood. Cereal Partners Australia, the company behind Uncle Tobys, paid over $32,000 in penalties after the ACCC ruled the protein claim only held up once. You added half a cup of skim milk, a detail buried in fine print under a bold, centered word in bright yellow. That specific case was about their oats sachets, not their granola-style clusters, and I want to be precise about that. But it tells you how this company has handled natural and protein language on its packaging before, in the same aisle, under the same name. A regulator already caught this brand doing it once. The next name on this list didn't get fined over wording. It got investigated over the numbers themselves. Number 4, Freedom Foods, maker of the Crunchola granola clusters. Freedom Foods spent years positioned as one of Australia's most wholesome, health-focused food companies. Then in 2020, it came apart in public. The company entered a trading halt, restated a reported $11.6 million profit into a $145 million loss, and became the subject of an ASIC investigation and multiple shareholder class actions, alleging the company had misled the market about its own financial position for years. By the end of that year, Freedom Foods sold its entire cereal and snacks business, the business that made Crunchola, to the Arnott's Group for $20 million, and the parent company renamed itself Noumi. To be clear, this was a corporate accounting scandal, not a proven food safety failure, and I'm not telling you the granola itself was unsafe to eat. What I am telling you is that the company behind the bag you were trusting was, at the same time, being investigated over whether its own numbers could be trusted at all. That's not an ingredient problem, that's bigger than one. The next brand's issue is smaller in scale, but it's baked directly into the bowl you pour. Number 3, Carman's and its deluxe fruit and nut toasted muesli and granola style clusters. Carman's is the brand most Australians picture first when they think premium, natural, health star friendly breakfast. The Obesity Policy Coalition has publicly criticized Carman's for putting its health star rating on the healthier products in its range and leaving it off the rest, calling it a promotional tool rather than a consistent measure. Then there's the serving size. The listed serve on Carman's Deluxe Fruit and Nut Muesli is 35 grams, smaller than most people actually pour, and shoppers on public review sites have pointed out the total sugar content sits around 20%. Once you do the maths on a real bowl, not the labels bowl, none of that breaks any law. It just means the star on the front was built on a serving nobody actually eats. Pour your normal bowl, not the one on the box, and the sugar number changes fast. That's a portion trick. The next brand's trick isn't about portions, it's about paying macadamia prices for a bag that's mostly something else. Number 2, Brookfarm's natural muesli and granola range. Brookfarm built its whole identity on Byron Bay macadamias, premium packaging, a family story, up to 18 all-natural ingredients listed proudly on the bag, and a price tag well above anything in-home brand. But check the actual macadamia content on some of these products, straight from Brookfarm's own listings, and it's as low as 3.3%. The rest of the bag is oats, coconut, almonds, and other cheaper nuts. Independent nutrition data on their natural muesli, cranberry macadamia, shows fat content around 16.5 grams per 100 grams, high for a product marketed on its good fat story. You're not buying a bag of macadamias. You're buying a bag that's mostly oats, with a small percentage of macadamia doing all the marketing. Not a scam, a premium price built on a supporting actor ingredient, dressed up like the star. The very next bag on this list does something almost sneakier. It looks like the honest small batch alternative to everything else on this list. Number 1. Irrewarra's More Nuts and Honey Granola. This is the one that gets you, because it looks like the answer to everything above it. Handmade, artisan, 20 years of small batch reputation, stocked at Coles as the boutique choice next to the mass market bags, it seems to be quietly judging. Check the nutrition panel, and this artisan bag runs 18.8 grams of sugar and 32 grams of fat per 100 grams, higher in both categories than several of the plainer looking, less charming bags sitting right beside it on the same shelf. Handmade doesn't mean lower sugar. Sometimes it means the opposite, because honey and nuts still add up the same way, whether a machine poured them or a person did. That's the whole trick of this aisle in one bag. The prettier and more small batch the story, the less anyone actually checks the panel. That's the worst kind of health halo, an honest sounding one. Now here's what's actually earned a place in your cart. 3 brands, 3 specific products, each one directly answering a problem you just heard. Not the cheapest option in the aisle, the one that tells the truth, without needing a paragraph of small print to do it. Number 3, Jordan's Low Sugar Granola, almond and hazelnut, and strawberry and seeds. After watching brands hide behind natural sweeteners and vague protein claims, Jordan's just says what it did. Less than 5% sugar. No artificial colors, no preservatives. Instead of burying how they got there, the brand explains it plainly. They use chicory root fiber to hold the clusters together instead of leaning on sugar for texture. That's the whole pitch, and it's also the whole truth. No mystery ingredient posing as something else. No serving size doing quiet damage control. Just a shorter ingredient list and a claim that matches the panel underneath it. Number 2, Carman's Granola, Raspberry and Coconut, Low Sugar. Same company that got called out earlier in this list, and that matters because it proves the fix was always possible. This specific bag carries less than 3 grams of sugar per serve and a genuine 5-star health star rating, with whole grains and seeds leading the ingredient list instead of hiding behind it. The lesson here isn't avoid Carman's forever, it's read the specific bag, not the logo. The same name that gained a rating on one shelf earned one honestly on another. That's proof the trick was never the brand itself, it was which exact product you grabbed. Number 1, Sanitarium's Be Natural Low Sugar Granola. This one closes the loop. Remember the sibling confusion a few brands back? The same Be Natural name covering a low sugar bag and a much higher sugar, higher fat bag sitting side by side. This is the bag you were supposed to grab the whole time. Sitting at roughly 3 to 4 grams of sugar per serve, it earns its place on this list the same way the whole safe section does. Not because the brand rebuilt itself, but because you now know exactly which specific bag on the shelf actually deserves the trust the packaging is asking for. You didn't need to quit the brand, you needed to read past the name on the front. Here's what I want you to take out of this aisle. Every trick you just heard, the serving size built for a bowl, nobody pours, the natural sweetener doing more explaining than the label offers, the same brand name covering a good product and a worse one, the artisan halo hiding more sugar than the plain bag next to it. None of that is unique to granola. It's in yogurt, it's in muesli bars, it's in juice aisles built on the same soft, comforting words. Once you learn to flip one bag over and actually read past the front, you start doing it everywhere in the store, whether you mean to or not. The front label sells you a feeling, the back label tells you what you actually paid for. And once you've seen this trick in one aisle, you can't unsee it in the next one.